Hello everyone, my name is Whistler and welcome back to another episode of my hardcore series. Today I want to finish getting Netherite for upgrading all of my armor and my tools. I think I've only got my chestplate left to do and a bunch of my diamond tools like my pickaxe and stuff like that. I've only upgraded my sword and my helmet and my leggings and my boots so far, I think. But yes, so to do that, we've got to hop into the nether. And I think I need to retrade Rubedo with these piglins, because I didn't get the shiny enchantment, well, advancement last time. So I don't think it registers if you right click on the piglin. So now I'm just gonna see if you'll give me something good. I'd quite like soul speed. So if you could give me that, that would be great. But he might not. Come on, give me soul speed. That's not soul speed. You failed, dude. That's not good. That's not good at all. Hi guys. I just want to put my stuff back in my base. Do you mind just not attacking me? Right, so what's in this direction? I don't think I've gone this way before. Seriously? There was a nether fortress here that whole time? No! My portal's just here! Oh jeez! Like, I've been going for a couple hundred blocks in the other direction, just trying to find the nether fortress. It's right there. Like, I can see it from there, and then the nether fortress I've been going to is all the way off down there somewhere. It's miles away. Oh, I wish I'd known that. That would have been a lot easier. Oh, it's quite a big boy too, judging by the size of it. I don't think I'll raid it today, but I don't really have a need to be honest. But it's nice to have it here. Like, it's basically next to my nether portal, which is really cool to be honest. I've spied a crossroads, and well, I would quite like to make a wither skeleton farm at some stage, but this is a good spot for it, I guess. But I don't know if I want to do it here. Like, if I'm going to make a wither skeleton farm, I have a very cool build idea that I want to do with it, and this is not the right biome for it, unfortunately. And there are new chunks right there. I knew that they were so close to my portal. It's just a rocket away. I just went in the wrong direction. Oh, hang on, that's another nether fortress. I thought these things were supposed to be rare now, or I guess, did this generate in old chunks? Is there going to be a line where this just stops generating, like this nether fortress? I'm not sure. Is it in old chunks? I think it's in old chunks. So if I just go over here, will there be like a solid line where the nether fortress just stops? The answer to that is no. Okay, that's very interesting. Okay. So I know the generation changed quite a bit in 1.16. So it's interesting to see that once they start generating, they keep going, I guess? That's the way to explain it. I've just found a bastion! And once again, I'm not going to raid this today, but I am going to take a screenshot of this, just so that I know where it is. I can come back to it next time or something like that. And I guess if I'm just going to mine for netherite, I'll just descend from here, hopefully without falling into lava like that. Yeah, but here seems like a good spot, I guess. Ah, that's a lava ocean. That's not ideal. Should I go somewhere else? You know what? Oh, this is a lava ocean, isn't it? I can't be bothered finding somewhere else. I'm just gonna make a staircase. This is the best way. Or the worst way. Time to scare everyone by being in lava. I'm really glad that fire resist allows you to see under lava now, a little bit clearer than before. That's the staircase done, just gotta drain the lava out of it now. And now I'm just gonna create a nice little opening room for myself here. I'm aware that I probably shouldn't be going TNT blasting in the basalt delta. And the reason for that is that basalt and blackstone, they have a higher blast resistance than netherite, so it's actually not as efficient. And hello, ancient debris. I will take that. I'm fine with just mining in the basalt delta, because I'd quite like to harvest some of those resources for today as well. So another thing I'd like to do in this episode is to build a manual tree farm for harvesting leaves. So that's what I'm going to do, and I'd quite like to use basalt and blackstone at some stage in the building process for it. See more of that later on. Anyway, I have my TNT. I think I'll probably go until I get bored of clearing lava, because I know I'll come across many lava pockets, and they're going to be incredibly annoying. So on that note, let's just get straight into mining and placing TNT. That seems like enough. So, just set that off. I've gone quite far. So, just let the booms begin. Boom. Now, let's see what we've got. Ancient debris already. Very cool. I will take that in a little bit. But for now, I should probably follow this chain reaction just to make sure it keeps going. Also collect some of these blocks that weren't destroyed by the TNT. It's good to keep a hold on them, I think. Hi, Skelly. Time to die. This is not your day. And yeah, you can see the explosion radius expanded quite vastly after leaving the basalt delta here. It's a lot easier to find ancient debris outside of it. And I probably should just double up on the TNT in the delta itself, and might just give me a bigger explosion radius. I have decided that lava is the most annoying thing on the planet. It just gets so much in the way, and these lava pockets, you don't see them while you're mining and placing TNT, and then they drop and cover your TNT tubes, and they're huge, and there's not really a good way of draining them. Oh, that's ridiculous. Not good. And there's my TNT. Just sat on it, sat on top of it for ages. How on earth did my elytra break? That's worrying. Has the lava just been damaging it over time? Is that something that happens? Even if you've got fire resistance? Oh, that's put me on edge now. Imagine if I'd, finished my session today and just jumped off a cliff without knowing. How scary would that have been? And I'd have fallen straight into lava or something, and I might not have had fire resistance. It's a scary thought, gotta say. There's no way I'm leaving that broken, so I'm just gonna mine some of this quartz to repair it. So I need to get back home again too. And yeah, that's probably enough blasting today. I cleared out plenty of tubes. I got plenty of ancient debris too. And I would show you the entire amount, but at one stage I opened my ender chest and then I broke it with a fortune pickaxe, and then I didn't get the ender chest back. So I've got 44 ancient debris on me, and I've got even more in my ender chest somewhere, but I couldn't access it. But yeah, 44 is a good number. Should be enough to upgrade a lot of stuff. My elytra's half fixed. That should be enough to get back home. And I got a lot of other materials during this as well, like a lot of basalt and a lot of blackstone. I'm really happy about that. But yeah, I guess it's time that I go home. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Okay, there was an ender chest here that I forgot about placing. So yeah, I've got 64 and 12 ancient debris. That's a good number. I don't know how many ingots that will give me, but it's enough to upgrade everything, I'm sure. Upgrade everything I have. But yeah, let's go back home. Right, so let's just put that ancient debris in there. I'll have to smelt all of that into netherite scrap. And I should probably try and stick some of the gold ore that I gathered in a nether in there too. Right, so let's just check out these chests. I've got those resources, got those resources. I'll take the gold ore out. Got those resources, and all of those blocks too. So I'll just stick the nether gold ore in here too, and send that minecart off, and that's going to smelt up everything I gathered. Oh, I think I've got an entire shulker of basalt. Oh, that's grand. I love that. So I do like basalt as a block, as well as polished basalt. It's a shame I can't get a six-sided version of some of them, but of both types, to be honest. I'd love to have both types. And here's, you can see from that box just how much of a hit I had on my fire resistance potions. I drank 2/3 of it. That box was full. Right, how many netherite ingots am I going to gather? 19? That's a good amount. That's two blocks of netherite. That's probably going to be the most blocks of netherite I ever have in this world. I don't know if I'll pursue the goal of building a netherite beacon. It just sounds like a waste of time to me. I mean, if the world lasts long enough, then I might just come across that much naturally, but I'm not going to pursue that. Yes! The netherite blocks! These things are so rare. You won't see people have these unless they've been grinding the absolute mega grind for days and weeks on end. It's not an easy process to get these. The thing is, I'd love to build with netherite blocks. It's just that they're so rare and difficult to obtain. It's just not feasible to do. I'd need a high amount of them. It's just not worth it, unfortunately. I have to say though, they've got a beautiful breaking sound. As rare as it is, it's still got a beautiful breaking sound. It's great. I love it. Right, so I guess it's time to start upgrading my gear. I've got all of it here gathered here, I think. So we'll go with the axe first, I think. Stormbreaker. It's just going to go straight to netherite. I've got the ingots here. There we go. It's a beast of an axe now. And I'll stick all the rest of this stuff in, including the hose as well. Get that advancement, serious dedication. It's not as cool as the advancement from before, I don't think. Like, hose are actually useful now. And to just obtain a netherite hoe is actually a good thing, in my opinion. And there we go, serious dedication. But yeah, to use up a diamond hoe, it doesn't give you an advancement anymore, I'm afraid. Now, I think I actually have some more tools here. See, I've got the axe and the shovel from ages ago in here. Should probably upgrade those too. And is that all of my diamond gear? I think it is. And I think I'm gonna take this moment to enchant the netherite hoes too. So I'd quite like a silk touch hoe and a fortune 3 hoe. And that's not what I wanted, so I'll just disenchant that. I think I'll just go for enchantments that I know I don't have villagers for, like Unbreaking 3. And then that will be good enough for me, I think. Like, oh yeah, see, there it is. And if that gives me another enchantment like Efficiency 4, then that's okay. It's kind of worthless that I got Efficiency 4 though, because I've got an Efficiency 5 Librarian. And there's Fortune 3. Okay, that's the last one I needed. I need another level though. I'll just trade with my villagers for a second. And there we go, Fortune 3. And Unbreaking 3 too. That's good. Right, so I can just straight up max those hoes immediately then. Let's take them to the max, and because I've got all the rest of the enchantments for that villagers sell for the hoes. And there we go, Silk Touch, Efficiency 5, Mending. This is going to be my leaf collector. And then this hoe is going to be my sapling collector. Oh, I was about to upgrade my chestplate just there. And I don't actually want to do that. This chestplate is going in a museum at some point. So I'd best get one of these chestplates out of my end raid shulker boxes. Here, I think this one's a good one. I'll just stick mending on it and upgrade that one instead. And this one I will call Not Today, because that's basically what it is. It's going to save me in all of those dangerous scenarios. It's basically a get out of jail free card as soon as I put that on it. With it being netherite too, geez, it's going to be powerful. But for now, the survival thingy goes in here with the rest of the diamond gear until I get around to building my museum. Time to upgrade that. And that should be the last one. Oof! I forgot about that advancement. But yeah, here we go. Full netherite. That's everything I own and use converted to netherite. Isn't that cool? Full netherite armor, full netherite tools. Isn't that cool? This is definitely a milestone for me. But yes, I was also hoping to build a tree farm in this episode, and that's what's gonna happen right now. So it's gonna be a manual one. I'm hoping to use like water elevators to sort of make it easier for me to get to the upper levels of trees. And you'll see how it goes once I've built the entire thing. So I'll show you how it works. But yeah, I think it's going to be an interesting project. I'm going to be building interiors with no exteriors again. So that's going to be interesting. So I don't think I have time for building the exteriors in this episode. But I guess I should get started. Let's go. And welcome back everyone, I hope you enjoyed that time lapse. I now have a very incredibly manual tree farm, and that's okay because I'm using the manual tree farm to get leaves, and you can't get those automatically, so yeah. And I'm also going to explain just how I plan to get those leaves. So I've built these giant tubes that are designed for each different type of tree in Minecraft. So I've got the crimson one here, I've got a warped tube, I've got a tube for the oak, acacia, and the, what's the other tree that goes in there? Birch, that was it. I always forget about birch. And then I've also got jungle, dark oak, and spruce for the 4x4 trees. So what goes on here is I'd like bone meal from the warped and the crimson trees. That gives me a good excuse to farm those for the new wood blocks. You harvest these nether wart blocks, then I'll compost them later. They're easy enough to gather, especially with the water elevator, so I don't need to pillar up on blocks anymore, which is a big time saver, I think. And yeah, it's just as quick as that for harvesting the trees. So I'm very happy about that. Hoes are great now, I've got to say. I love them now. Yeah, don't pay attention to the exteriors of these things. So that's not the final build to go around these things. I'll do that next episode, I think. I hope you guys will trust me. But yes, so I'll put the nether wart blocks in the composter, and then that's going to give me bone meal, which is very cool. And then I'll use that bone meal to harvest the other tree types in this game, like oak and acacia and dark oak and stuff like that. So as an example, I've got an oak sapling just here, so I'll just plant that and bone meal it. I'll show you just how easy it is for me to get leaves now. And just harvest the whole thing. And you can even get big oak trees in here, it doesn't really matter that much. So I'm going to harvest the whole thing, and I don't have to pillar up or anything like that. So yeah, it's just as simple as harvesting all of these leaves. It's like so. And heading up to the next floor and harvesting them all from here. And there we go, I think that's all of the oak leaves harvested, and this should be a good amount. And I'll have to stick these on the giant mega creeper tree I have in the middle of my lake some point soon. But yeah, I've almost gotten 2 full stacks of oak leaves just from doing that. So I think that's incredibly worth it in my opinion. And I'll use this to farm leaves from now on, I think. And yeah, I built this crimson tube a bit too close to my storage system, unfortunately. So I'm going to have to move the storage system by 1 block just away from this crimson tube. Because yeah, there's a hole in the tube now, it's not good. And I can't fix it without breaking the redstone. And I needed to rip out the storage system anyway and make some tweaks to it. But I've saved up on some of the roots. I've got a lot of bone meal. Yeah, I think this is good. I think this whole tree farm's turned out really well. And the best part is, farming the other trees gives me an excuse to farm the new nether logs. I'll be able to use them in builds in the future. Oh, these endermen, they just place blocks everywhere. I had loads spawn during that time lapse, and they're a bit crazy on the whole placing blocks thing, I find now. Like, I don't know if the rate has been increased, but it's not good the amount of endermen that just move everything around now. And I also got attacked by drowned during this time lapse quite a lot. I had probably half a dozen different drowns with tridents throwing stuff at me, and unfortunately none of them dropped a trident. But yes, one thing I would also like to thank for this episode is my beloved cat, Sir Pursalot. See, this kitty right here has saved me a lot of trouble from phantoms during the building of this. Thank you very much. Oh, he's purring too. But yes, he made all of the phantoms go away, and I'm very thankful for that. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and if you did enjoy, I hope you return. And if you do return, then I guess I'll see you next time. So on that note, bye! Thanks for watching.